Howdy, Cowboy Gamer here, and you're watching probably my first video on actual Pokemon gameplay for Pokemon Go. Uh, First off, Cowboy Gamer is my YouTube name. I go by Drin Kalhar on Pokemon Go. I doubt you'll ever see me. I'm in Eastern Iowa, so you'll probably never see me. If you do, though, totally say hi. Take over my gym if you're on an opposing team. If you're not, help out. Make my gym a little higher. Add your Pokemon, increase the level. Go nuts. So, for those of you, I apologize. I'm not going to show pictures off of my phone. My phone's been having trouble. My charging cable is great. It charges the phone, but it's not doing great for transferring. It's just a hassle. I'm not trying to record footage, so I'm not going to upload any of this. You'll have to take my word. But if for any reason you think I'm lying or you find out I'm lying, dislike my video. Uh, Otherwise, you like my information, like it. This video will be about advanced stuff as well as useful things to know when you're just starting out Pokemon Go. But who am I? So currently, I am on about hour 53 since the game released back on Wednesday-ish, depending on where you were. Tuesday if you were in New Zealand or Japan. I am a level 13 and I have multiple silver badges already. I have 18.3 kilometers in this game. I have School Kid. I have 122 normal type Pokemon caught. I have Bird Keeper level 2, so 71 flying type Pokemon caught. 75 poison caught. These are all giving you the level 2 68 bug type. Um, Other notable things, I have captured 223 Pokemon so far in this game. I've evolved 12, and I have registered 40 different Pokemon in my Pokédex. So those are kind of the major things I've done so far, or the things most notable. Again, you'll just have to take my word for it. First thing, noteworthy. Going up to level 10 does not take as much XP. It does increase all the way up to level 10. At level 10, greatest news. It takes 10,000 XP to go up to each level thereon. I don't know at super high levels, I'm only 13, but from 10, 11, 12, and 13, it's only taken me 10,000 XP, and up to level 14, it's going to be 10,000 also. So, great thing. Oh, by the way, I'm on Team Red. It doesn't matter. If you're on other teams, you can make a ton of friends in this game. Uh, Super awesome things to note as leveling up. First and foremost, if you know someone that is about to start Pokemon Go, ask them if they want to make a small purchase. This purchase is totally worth it in the very early levels, but once you get past to level 5, it slowly becomes useless. That is a purchase of a lucky egg. If you are smart and you have a fairly good phone battery that lasts about an hour, hour and a half playing Pokemon Go, you start off the game with 2 incense. If you purchase a lucky egg and the servers aren't disconnecting on you, you can go from level 1 to level 5 in about 30 minutes, 45 tops if you're slow or there aren't that many Pokestops in your area, and if the server doesn't crash. How this works: Lucky Egg gives you for 30 minutes pretty much double experience. The most notable way that this works is when you first catch the first of a Pokemon, your first Pidgey, your first Rattata, your first Raticate, whatever. The first time you actually catch one and it registers it in the Pokédex, you get 500 experience plus like 100 at catching a Pokemon, some experience for the throw if it's good or not. If it's just a regular throw, nothing. But if you have a lucky egg equipped for those 30 minutes, that first Pokemon you see is worth 1,000 experience plus a little more usually. So instead of 500 for the first time you catch a Pokemon, you hit 1,000. As you level up, you start to see more different types of Pokemon or the same Pokemon over and over. But you'll usually go through and you'll see a Caterpie, a Weedle, a Pidgey, a Rattata, I know I'm missing a few more, but there was tons of just basic ones. So literally getting 1,000 or 1,200 experience. For the first time, I saw a whole bunch of Pokemon, got me a lot of XP, and that's what jumped me straight into level 5 really fast. I was level 8 my first night of playing. I think I hit level 10 um, earlier the next day, and then tonight I pretty much put up my shoes for a while. I'm already at 13, and I literally just walked around the same loop I did for a little bit longer just to get that last few experience points to get up to 13. Notable things also, as you level up, there are going to be items that you are going to get from Pokestops that you could also purchase, such as incubator. You always have one that is infinity that you can only put one egg into. But at Pokestops, at multiple different levels, I think my first incubator I got was at level 3 at a Pokestop. And it's a 3-use incubator, but it's super useful. You'll get eggs at Pokestops. I got my first egg at level 2. So always useful to have eggs. Always put them in incubators, go to town. Mostly I put the incubator that you have infinity of. I always do level 2s, and then my 3-use incubators, I put 5 kilometer eggs just to get more uses, and that that helps out, or use it for a longer period. Um, as you level up, you are going to see higher CP Pokemon, combat power. Uh, at early levels 1 through 5, you're mostly up to 100. Once you get to the 8s and the 10s, you start to see the 2, 3, 400s. My highest level Pokemon is a Pidgeot. It is 777. I also have, apologies, I'm pulling up all of this. My highest 9, Flareon 578, Pidgeot 571, Raticate 474, Seaking 458, 405 Flareon, 380 Raticate, 364 Pidgeot, and a Pidgeotto for 340. Mostly Pidgeot and Pidgeottos because the Pokemon I see the most of is Pidgey. This stinks, but you do, as you level up, you are going to see, you're instead of just always seeing Pidgeys, you'll eventually start to see some Pidgeottos. You'll still see a 10 combat or CP Pidgey in the wild. Catch it anyway. The first time you catch every Pokemon you catch will get you 3 candy of that Pokemon type and about 100 dust. Dust is great. Save it up a lot until you get some high CP guys, and then start to evolve them, power them up. Above, when you're looking at the Pokemon on the screen, very high above is your CP. There is an arc. Depending on where that arc is how much more you can power up that Pokemon to raise their CP, their HP, stuff like that. Most people are saying when you're playing, when you catch a Pokemon that has a high CP and you want to evolve it, power it all the way up first before you evolve it. Once you max that arc out, then evolve. If the arc is still maxed out, evolve again if it's a 3 evolution. Otherwise, if the arc drops again to a certain halfway point, wherever, power it back up again, and then evolve again. So that's kind of the way you do this. For as you're leveling up, what you're going to see at Pokestops. For me, I started at level 5. You pick your color of your team. You also can start hacking gyms. So you actually start to find revives and potions at level 5 when you go to a Pokestop. Otherwise, usually you're getting Pokeballs. Do not purchase Pokeballs. Stop right there. If you are paying money for this game, do not use it to purchase Pokeballs. Bad choice. Whatever you do, don't do it. It's a bad idea. If you are going to enough Pokestops, you go to a park, you make a loop, you should get enough Pokeballs over time. For me, I maxed out of all my items in Pokeballs, a few revives, a few potions really fast, and then I had to start deleting Pokeballs. That's okay. you're gonna be able to get more. However, there are certain items that will make a lot of Pokemon come to you, and you're gonna burn out of a lot of Pokeballs because they only catch Pokemon up to a certain CP depending on how your throw is regular, great, nice, all that. Um, so Pokeballs are good, but you don't need to purchase them. You really don't. If you need more Pokeballs, go to a Pokestop, go around a few, stay at one for 5 minutes, spin it again, get more Pokeballs. It's great. Um, if you don't have a lot of Pokestops, take a trip into a park and go to Pokestops. Go there. Um, at level 5, I said you start getting potions and revives. At around level 8, I started to see super potions. At level 12, I started to go to Pokestops and I started seeing Great Balls. You are going to get Great Balls and probably Ultra Balls at a higher level as well. I just don't know what level that is going to be. Next thing, when you go to a gym, if it is gray, put your worst Pokemon there. There is no point not to take a gym and make it a level 1 and put your most worthless Pokemon there. Why do you put your most worthless? When it's on a gym, you can't use it. You can't use it to attack other gyms. Yes, if you put a worthless one there, if someone else on the other team comes across it, they're going to attack it with one of theirs, kill it really fast, and make it their own. However, if you have a Poke gym that is out of the way or not widely traveled, um, great. You are going to get the Defender bonus. It is 21 hours of a Pokemon on a gym and staying there, and you will get the Defender bonus. How do you access the Defender bonus? You go into the shop, and in the top right hand corner, there is a little shield icon. It ticks down 21 hours. Supposedly, you can get this Defender bonus 10 times in a day. I haven't seen this. I've only ever got it once in a 21-hour period, but I'm assuming if you are holding 10 gyms, you should be able to access this more, or the time will count down quicker. I don't know. I've only ever had one gym, usually at a time, that was cranking up, but there's got to be some way to get coins. At 21 hours, you will hit the shield icon or a little after, whenever, and it will give you Poke Dust and real Poke coins in game currency. Yeah, 10 coins isn't that much, but like 80 coins gets you an incense. Awesome item. Totally use it. If you get 80 coins, grab an incense. Also, there are rare items that you will get. You will get incubators. You will get tons of eggs, but they're sparse, and you don't get too many eggs once you already have 9 in your bag. Another thing you're going to get is a lure module, LURE module. Um, these are amazing. They're 30 minutes. Also, it doesn't matter what team you're on. I'll put a picture on this video, or I'll start at the beginning, but I went to a park, walked around this loop, and every group of kids had their cell phone out and was playing Pokemon Go. In the course of 20 minutes, I met 50 plus people playing Pokemon Go. So what did I do? Being the highest level there, and I know because no one said they were higher than me, I had a lure module. I went to the most commonly merging place of this park, and I yelled at everyone, if you want to take advantage of a lure module, come to this Pokemon stop. And some people came and sat there. Lure module you can insert. You go to the Pokestop, and when you see the circle, right above it, there's a little white spot. You click on the white spot. You have a lure module. If you have one, you click the lure module, and it inserts it into place. You close out of the Pokestop. You spin if you got to, and then you will have this flower petal effect on a Pokestop for 30 minutes. It will randomly bring you Pokemon straight to that Pokestop. You don't have to travel farther away. All of a sudden you'll just have a random Pokemon pop up inside that circle. A good thing to add on top of this is incense. Incense only works for you individually. However, everyone around me, when I put the lure module into effect, everyone that came near that Pokestop saw the flower petals, was curious as to what was going on, and I explained to them, stay here, sit here for the 30 minutes, turn on an incense, you're going to get a ton of Pokemon. Watch out, you might run out of Pokeballs. This was awesome, and I did it for, it works for all teams. So I met, there weren't many people on Team Red that were in this area of this park, but as the people came and sat down, I met a ton of yellow team, of blue team. There was also a gym right next to it, so we just kind of had a long time running battle of trying to capture this gym, who had it, power it up really fast, put another Pokemon there, and go from there. But it was great fun. We all talked. I got to share my knowledge on things to worry about, how a little module works, what not to do and what to do. Just kind of basics of, hey, if you go to a Pokestop and you spin it, you get about 50 experience. If you catch a Pokemon, even if it's one you already have, you get about 100, depending on the throw, adds even more. So learn how to throw great throws, nice throws, it'll get you more experience. Not a ton, but in the grand scheme of things, a little goes a long way. Uh, but it was super fun to meet all these kids. And yeah, some kids didn't want to stay long. Some didn't want to sit for 30 minutes. They wanted to keep walking, explore, catch more Pokemon, and hatch their eggs at the same time, go to Pokestops and get more stuff. However, most people, when you start the game, you have two incense. Most people just popped an incense, put up their feet, and had a good conversation for a little while. It was wonderful fun. Uh, I totally recommend it. The first night I played, I met 8 different kids in groups of 2 and one group of 4. Um, blue first, blue, and then the last group was all team red, or one of the guys was just at 5 and he was trying to pick his color, and the other guy was a low level 3, he hadn't decided. It's totally worth it. Um, just meet up with people. Yes, you're opposing colors and you're going to fight each other for gyms, but it's good to let everyone know what's going on. It's good to socialize. It's good to have fun and swap some stupid stories of, hey, I was going to brush my teeth and my Pokego vibrated. I looked over and there was a Abra on my toilet. Woohoo! Awesome. Also, if you have your AR turned on, take pictures. It's totally fun to upload those, and people are loving it. One thing I will note, having caught so many duplicate Pokemon, and I will probably tweet at Niantic for this. Please, Niantic, if anyone hears this, and if you do this, also tweet at Niantic this. Let them know we need to have a way to transfer multiple Pokemon to the professor. What is transferring? If you have a Pokemon, you can click on the Pokemon, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there's a transfer button. If you transfer it, this Pokemon leaves your bag, goes to the professor, and you get one Poke Candy of that type. If you transfer a Pidgey, you get a Pidgey Candy. This is good because you need lots of candy to power up the Pidgey to a Pidgeotto, a Pidgeot, and candy to evolve them. So, super useful. However, when you have 30 Pidgeys and you want to transfer them, it takes about 20 minutes at the rate the game goes to transfer all of these. So please, give me an option. I just want to click transfer and I want to click all these different Pokemon and say, yes, I want to transfer these 10. Save me the time. Come on. One other problem I have with the game, 1 HP gym bugs are annoying. Everyone in the parks I go to, I am the highest level gym or trainer. I have the highest and highest CP Pokemon. I can wreck most gyms. But when their Pokemon get stuck at 1 HP and I can't kill them or make them faint, we have a problem. So most of the time I just crash the game, re-upload it. Usually the bug is still there and I can't do anything about it. Sorry, I've gone on to other gyms, I've gone on to other Pokestops. I usually don't come back to that gym until the next day. Um, Also, on the gym note, if you see a gym with your color, guess what? Fight the gym. This is not a bad thing as most people think. Gyms gain prestige and levels based on of fights that they get into with other teams fighting them, or you fighting them yourself. I found a red gym out in a park. I sat down at a bench and I fought the gym. It took me 10 fights. You only get one Pokemon when it's the same gym color. But I leveled the Poke Gym up to a level 4, which allowed me to put one of my Pokemon on the gym. Which, now at level 4, it is going to take a very good team of 6 or multiple trainers on opposing teams to take out this gym and make it their own. So, you're going to get the defender bonus. And why is the defender bonus good? Dust and coins. This is great. Uh, what else is super useful to you guys? Leveling up, Pokemon and everything. Pokemon are based their CP is kind of based upon your level as a trainer. There is probably a hidden level to all Pokemon, so when you hit level 10, you're probably hitting a level 11 or 12 Pokemon with CPs around 400. 300, yes, you can find level 10 Pidgeys, but those are kind of the highest you might find. Uh, this can be super useful, uh, but also be prepared if you find a high Pokemon. If it has a question mark over the CP, when you get ready to throw a ball, hold the ball, see what color the ring is. If it's green, it's easier. Yellow is pretty easy. If it is orange or red, this is going to be difficult. If you have any great balls or things that you can keep a Pokemon there with, like a berry, you might want to use them because this Pokemon is going to be more difficult to catch. One weird thing I've noticed, bikes work great. Yes, Pokemon plays the idea of riding the bike, hatching the eggs. Awesome. Love this. I don't have a bike. However, I do have a car. I have been recommending to everyone, if you have a car and a group of 4 guys or 4 people, whatever, hook up the chargers and all of you go around. You don't go down major streets, you go down side streets, small streets where you're only going 10, 15, top speeds of 20-mile-per-hour zones. Go down side streets, go around park areas. Don't give the phone to the driver. You play it safe. If you have 3 people, one of them usually can handle 2 phones. It's not too difficult. But the driver literally drives around small rural areas with a few Pokestops. You want to have some stops in the area. Pokemon usually congregate around stops. So if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're probably not going to see any Pokemon. But if you're in town, you're driving 20 miles per hour anyway as the max speed limit. So you're going pretty slow. But as you go, you will see Pokemon slowly start at 3 feet, 2 feet, 1 feet. You can go off in different directions to try and get that down to 0. When it's at 0, pretty much if you can park on the road or at a stop, near a stop sign, kind of just off to the side or in a driveway, stop. Hopefully, everyone kind of has the same Pokemon that is at 0 feet, and usually they pop pretty quick. Everybody's phone vibrates, everyone quickly clicks and then tries to catch the Pokemon. Usually, the best tosser should be doing both phones at the same time. That way, the driver doesn't have to worry about it, but at the same time, gets the bonus. And the bonus is you're catching all these Pokemon on a drive, and you're going so slow that you will be getting some walking speed done, because usually I think it's 10 miles per hour or less generates the incubators to hatch the eggs. So, doing all of that, 4 of you can hatch eggs, catch Pokemon. A lot of them are going to be the same, but you can also explore together as a team. Teams work great for taking gyms. You take a gym, you fight a gym, or you take a gym out with a lot of guys, a lot of Pokemon, you capture it. Then you level up that gym, make it a level 4 really as fast as you can. Each of you put a Pokemon there. Awesome. For putting a Pokemon on a gym, yes, I said starting usually off just putting a horrible Pokemon, that is an idea. At some point, you might have to decide to start putting higher CP Pokemon there. Don't put your best one. Use your best one to fight gyms. But if you want, put a high, if you have a 10 400s and up, Put a 350 at a gym. That's pretty high, and it will help defend really well, uh, so that that gym will be hard to capture from anyone else. But if you put your best one there, it takes it completely out of rotation until someone beats it. Yes, you'll get the defender bonus, but you lose that Pokemon until someone beats it. So is your best Pokemon really worth a little dust and a little a few 10 coins? Or I mean, really, is it worth it? Or would you rather capture or take a bunch of gyms, fight a bunch of gyms, get the XP? Those are the things you have to think about. So don't put your best, but don't put your worst unless you're out in the middle of nowhere and no one's really going to do it. Or unless someone else has a level 3 gym and they've already put a 700, a 600, put your stinking level 10. No one's probably going to beat the 700 and the 600 for a while. So your 10 CP Pokemon is probably going to net you some defender bonus. That's how good this game is. There are tons of different ways to play. Tons of people like to play it, play their cars, walk, ride their bike. This is great for all ages. I saw older people playing and driving around. Literally, people on the street saw me walking, opened their window, and like, "Are you playing Pokemon Go? What team? Where's a good place to play?" That's the kind of camaraderie. Yeah, a lot of people I met weren't on my team, but I met so many people, told them about my channel, told them my name so they would see me later on. I have a big bright red Mario hat, so people recognize me and will see me. And yeah, they know me as the red team, but oh well, they'll still sit down and chat with me around a Pokestop. I'll put up another lure module or just hang out until our phones die, chatting and capturing Pokemon. It's that fun of a game. That's why it's one of the most downloaded games in per days it's been on the market, and a very high grossing game. Um, like, people are not paying attention to their surroundings, so there have been some problems with that. But this game is awesome, and I applaud Niantic and the Pokemon Company and Nintendo. All of you guys did a good job. I really want to see battle instead of at gyms. I want to see battle modes, and I totally want to see trading. I want this in the game. I have so many friends that have Pokemon that I don't see because they're in weird areas, and I need this aspect. If it's in the game, somebody comment in my video and tell me, "You idiot, you can trade. This is how you do it." But please tell me. I want to know. But hope you guys enjoyed this little rant or this little informative video. It's useful. Hopefully you find it useful. Yeah, there are other people uploading videos like this that are probably more informative or higher level guys. If you come to my channel, I hope you just have a good time. Check out some of the other stuff, like, dislike, tell me what you think. I don't care. I technically just said I would upload this video for two of my friends that I met tonight that I hadn't seen in a while, playing Pokemon Go, and they were just starting out, so I exchanged some information. I said I'd upload a video with more information on it. So, until next time, guys, have a good night.